folks, we're up and running. Hello, Internet. How we doing? If I don't sound great, I don't. I'm like a mix of like tired, like a little bit sick, and just mentally not like great. I'm just not feeling good today, but we pushed through anyway. So we're gonna finally do that one event that I've been like not doing forever in Star Rail, and if I feel like still going on Star Rail, we'll do stuff on Star Rail. If not, we'll swap over to Zenless and do some of the new extraction mode that I've done a bunch of off stream since it dropped this week. But first, cool news! Not you, chat. So 5 tutorials dropped this last night. I am very happy to see it. We've got the third of the winged beast cars, as I'll call them. It's a pterodon, a dragon, and as you see here, a bat. So I'm like, winged beast, because there's not a good universal name to bring the three of them together. But yeah, we've got another beast drive release and another third of a mold with the bat that turns into what is essentially a Batmobile, basically. Like if you want a Batmobile Transformer, congratulations. This is probably the closest thing you'll ever get. Unless Warner Brothers is willing to like work with Hasbro to make that happen. But otherwise, this bat transforms into a car. But I'll zoom this picture in. It's not literally a Batmobile, i.e. like Batman Batmobile, but it is a bat that turns into a car. Yeah, this is 5-2-Choice's Beast Drive line that I adore. Yeah, it is not a Batmobile, but it is a bat that turns into a car that you can pretend is a Batmobile if you so desire it, but it's not a literal Batmobile. i.e. a thing from a Batman comic. This is 5-2-Choice doing their own thing. But yeah, this is the third of the Winged Beast line. Actually, let me grab that picture because that'll illustrate that part a little better. Doop. As you can see here, here's the other two. The pterodon and then the dragon. This is the third one. Yes, I have one of every, like, mold, basically. Because these are kind of done up in trios, basically. Or they're designed in trios. But what they are is they are like a model kit light experience. Like, they have some model kit aspects to them, but they're not like a full model kit. Like, this isn't a Gunpla set from Gundam where you're building everything. No, it comes with a pre-assembled skeleton, basically, that is shared between all of its mates. So this is the same thing across all three of these. And this is basically where all the transformation stuff happens. But you do... I'll grab this picture. This shows this the best. You do snap out all of the... basically the armor pieces, and then you put them onto the body, and that gives you the Transformer, basically. And additionally... Oh, which picture? I don't remember which picture. Not that picture. Not that picture. This picture. They all come with a little guy to pilot them. Look at him. It's a little bat friend. He's a fucking adorable. Also, this one has like a night vision goggle that can flip out. But yeah, it's got a little bat pilot. It's, like I said, it's fucking adorable. Now, I will note, just like with the third shark they released a little while back, they're doing this as kind of a two-part release instead of an all-in-one package. So they are selling... Oh, also, just quick aside, you can cross-pollinate the pieces across the mold mates. As you can see here, all of the red bits are from Pterodon, all the yellow bits are from the dragon, all the blue bits are from the bat. You can cross-pollinate and kind of create your own custom one if you so desire. That is a thing. Anyway. Let me get the picture that details this the best. So they're doing this in two parts. So they're doing basically an armor box and then a body box, basically. So you have a robot frame that they're selling separately from the armor bits. They're doing this for the thirds of these. For some reason, I don't know if this is something they're just going to do with Beast Drive in general. But it is like the last year releases that they have done this, but also the last year releases have also been thirds instead of a brand new one. If you're curious, this does come out cheaper for you when you do purchase them, because you can pick these up on Amazon. I would say I would show this, but I would also hang on. I can just log out probably. I just sign out real quick. Yes. Let me make sure that this doesn't dox me. Yeah, what? That works. I don't know where this is, but that works. So here is the third on Amazon, and this is just the armor box. You see it's about 17 bucks. Comes in two variants. There should be a third one. I don't know. They sold out of the third one recently or not. Anyway, there's the frame itself, and it's 13 bucks basically. And then here is the first shark they did, and it's 35. So basically, what was that? 17 plus 13. It's $4 cheaper. Then picking this up, and bear in mind, this is an all-in-one. This is actually the one I have. It's very good, very sturdy, very. Yeah, that's what they're doing. I also don't know what this piece is. What the hell is this piece? I have never seen that piece before when I've gotten this line. 1 second. Doing the Google Translate on the phone. That doesn't help. A remover? Is it just like help remove parts? I have never had that problem. Granted, I don't like remove the parts in general, the pieces off of them in general, but anyway. Yeah, this is out August 12th. until they usually take a while to go up on Amazon. I think it's like a couple weeks or so before they go up on Amazon. I would assume 52 Toys is on Amazon Europe or Amazon. How does Amazon break down in Europe? Is it just like Amazon EU, or is it like it subdivided from there into like Amazon France, Amazon Spain, Amazon whatever? Because I just thought about that of just like, oh, just EU. Okay. I was like, do they get granular on that? Or is it just EU? Okay. But yeah, it usually takes a couple weeks for them to go on to Amazon. They do have an official storefront on AliExpress. Oh, okay. If you so desire to order off AliExpress. I have done so, like, once. I think it's just generally the same price as well on AliExpress. I think the only thing I've ordered off their AliExpress storefront was the truck monkey. But it should go up on their storefront here at some point. Although I don't see the chart for some reason. Weird. There's their Chun-Li. But yeah, they probably will go up on their AliExpress storefront at some point. And if you just want to wait, they will go up on Amazon. It's basically the same price as you would see here. You just don't have to deal with import and all that. And it's good shipping as well. AliExpress is a good shipping as well. That my robot truck came in perfectly fine. But yeah, I'm just happy to be like, look, more Beast Drive. Yay, this line I adore. Because, I don't know, I like it. It doesn't get a lot deeper than that. It kind of is like Brave adjacent, even though I apparently fried somebody by saying that, and they're like, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't do as much as a Brave series. And I go, probably. It's like the closest word I have for why this makes me happy, besides, it just makes me happy. Yeah, especially since they've like really slowed down on releases. Hopefully this also means they just continue to pump out like the thirds that we're missing, because we're still missing technically we're missing our third Raptor, because I think the only version of it was of like a BotCon release, I believe. We're still missing the third rodent spaceship. I think that was still they did a BotCon variant, but they haven't done like a proper one. We're missing the other two hatchback cats that they've shown pictures of. Or they've shown painted prototypes of. The other two truck monkeys that they've shown prototypes of. They really need to do the fire one, because that fire one was really cool looking. And then we've seen prototype a great prototype of a bear SUV. But I don't think we've seen variants of that. And that was also like 10 months ago, and 52 Toys has been at other shows and stuff, and they haven't shown Beast Drive really at all, so. They keep showing RoboForce, which feels like an evolution of Beast Drive concepts, at least. Like, I think I've shown this before. Let me get the pictures. But yeah, there's one of the cats that we haven't gotten yet. And then there's the second one. I really like the second one. The colors on the second one. And then there's the bear, and you can see the SUV right there. And then here is the Robo4 stuff we've kept seeing in gray prototype, but we haven't gotten like colors for yet. We've seen a picture of color, an illustration of colors with this, but we haven't seen colored prototype yet for their Robo4 stuff. And this is that same concept of animal to vehicle transformer, but now we add in a trailer that lets it become a giant robot. So you've got a lion, and then you have an elephant. Like I said, same core concept, animal to vehicle transformer, just added trailer, makes giant robot. Yeah, I was happy to see that because it was like, yay, Beast Drive. I just like this toy line. It doesn't get more complicated than that. Oh, I guess one last thing for anyone curious. How big are these? About that big. Like, that's it in, like, bat mode. With, like, the wings not, like, fully extended, because you can go, like... Oh, let me get that to... a bit of a brighter yellow. You can go, like, all the way out. It hinges right there, so you can go fully out. So you can get a little bit of a wider wingspan than this. And there it is in car mode. They're nice little... They're about like the size... Or I think they're a little smaller than like what Transformers is doing with their deluxe stuff. Which isn't like the smallest thing they do, but it's like... You could probably put this on your desk and you could fiddle with it and transform it back and forth and it would be perfectly, like, fit. Yeah. That's it for that. Probably talk more about this Sunday because it's something I've been playing off stream, but Mercenaries is getting really fucking mean. I don't remember this game being this fucking mean. It's always the wrong password. But I've been doing the retro achievements on that off stream the last, like, week or so. God, I don't know if it's like the rain we've been getting the last couple days or if I'm actually like getting sick, but I've been just like bleh these last couple days. But we've been getting rain and I don't know, ever since college I get a little snotty whenever it rains. Which is just one of those, is like, why? That never happened before. But now it's just like, nope, it's raining. You're now a little snotty, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why? This sucks. I'm glad I did all the reward stuff for the Fate event. Or is it the challenge stuff? That's just like, hey, do this stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah, because that's all done. I think it's just the stuff I need. Yeah, it wants me to do. Oh, what? I can tell I've been playing Zenless too much. I just hit left trigger to bring up the menu. To shortcut my way to stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't work in Star Rail. What are you doing? I would ask why. But considering what got made into an animated show back in the day, I shouldn't be. Like, fucking sure, I guess.
It's still early. Where to now?
Also, I hit X to sprint and not right bumper. Okay, there's not an instant drop on this, not Tetris. That annoys me ever so slightly. Also, there's like half positions. Also, that did not have that for some reason, but whatever. So this is just less Tetris and more tricky towers for anyone who remembers that game. Oh, shoot. Oh, those are locked in orientation. Okay. We already start with. Oh, this really is just Tricky Towers, so that's an ability in Tricky Towers. So just, lock everything together. Oh, shit. Oh, that's a problem. Fix it. Not much. Like I said, doing Mercenaries retro achievements, but I'll talk about that Sunday. Watch the Fire Emblem Direct. I have hopes for that game. Oh, watch that Fire Emblem Direct. Yeah. No, it's not a make or break for the Fire Emblem series. Like, it's more of a case of it's got connections to Three Houses, and a lot of people like love or hate Three Houses. So it's a lot of like, hey, it's the three. It's them doing a sequel, and we don't get sequels in Fire Emblem very often. Well, a direct sequel, and we don't get those very often. Like, I think we've gotten that like 3 times, I think. No, 3? The 3 times before this? Because Marth, I think he got a sequel. I think. I might be wrong on that. Then there's Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn. And then there's Awakening, which is technically a sequel to original Fire Emblem, but it's like so many thousands of years after the fact that it kind of doesn't count, but still. Or no, actually, scratch that. Blazing Blade, Blinding Blade, actually. That would be the third one. We can kind of like not count Awakening in that, but Binding Blade, Blazing Blade. Those are connected. But yeah, we don't get like sequels that often, so it's like, ooh, sequel. And I say that even though it is clearly a prequel, and I think anyone trying to argue it's a sequel are twisting themselves into a knot to explain it when it's very clear that it's meant to be a prequel. And it's in a prequel in the sense of they don't have to really like worry about fold-in lore stuff like too hard, since we are on a different continent. Well, technically a different country. Oh. Okay, I thought that would go just a little bit further. Yeah, like, the make or break Fire Emblem was like a long time ago. And that was Awakening. Oh dear, whoop, and there that went. And Awakening did money. So we're not necessarily worried about Fire Emblem going anywhere anytime soon. I think even Engage still did pretty well, even if it wasn't like the greatest Fire Emblem ever. I saw that and I could give a hoot. I don't care. Yeah, Engaged at about 1.6 million units, which, like, you look back at the last three, and it's like, 4.1 units for 3 houses. Fates was 3. Awakening's 2.3. That's a bit of a downgrade, isn't it? Look at where the series started. 800,000, 1.3 million, 1 mil, under 500,000, under 200K, but that, I think you had to get, I believe, yeah, you had to send in, I think, a flashcard or something to get Thracia. Under 400, under 900, under a little over 750,000. My beloved Path of Radiance, a little over 500,000. Radiant Dawn, less than that. This is the 4th best-selling Fire Emblem game. Engage, not the greatest game in the world, and definitely sold less than the previous 3 games. Still the 4th best-selling game of the fucking franchise. Fire Emblem's gonna do fine. Also, it did better than, like, the 3 Hopes spinoff in the original Fire Emblem Warriors, which were like a mil a piece, apparently. And, like, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which only did like 346,000. Also, look at how much money Heroes makes. Bear in mind, that's not a decimal point. That's a comma. Gotchas make money, folks. There's a reason Fire Emblem Heroes is basically the only real in-house Nintendo mobile game. The rest of them have fallen to the wayside and haven't really kept going. Fire Emblem Heroes is still going, and I think it was like one of the first 2, besides the first 2 alongside Pokemon Go. Like, this basically sells the franchise. This funds everything, because this is in-house. Unlike Pokemon Go, which is made by Niantic, this is in-house. Like, I believe Intelligent Systems are the ones that make Fire Emblem Heroes and the one that work on it. So, like, this is in-house money. So, like, don't worry, folks. Fire Emblem's not going anywhere. Oh, I don't have that yet. I just got it. Okay. I didn't get that set properly. That'll work. Oh, you bitch. Oh, there was still one piece left. I thought we were done. We were not. Like, on Fortune's Weave, the one thing I'm really curious about, and I have a feeling there is more to it than what they explained in the direct. They're putting in a feature in Fortune's Weave that allows you to hot swap between the 4 routes that they are presenting, between the 4 main characters. You can hopscotch them on the fly and play them in parallel. Here's the thing. I think there's more to it, and I don't think they are full routes. I think they are like a fourth of a route apiece, and you're having to play through them to find something or recruit characters in order to do like the proper game that is like the stuff 5 years in the future. I think that's what's going on in the game. Oh, I don't like that. Oh. Oh, die! What? Oh dear. Oh dear. I did not like that. I did not like that one fucking bit. Over the slightest bit. And it was just like, oh, you're building up here now. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Stop it. Wish the slide was just a smidge faster. bitched. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. You can deal with that. Oh, I'll also say, from people who have watched that direct, I love how everyone is focusing on girl with gun and completely missing the water treatment plant where we fight robots. That's a thing in that trailer or in that showcase that everyone just completely missed. It's like, yeah, that girl has a gun. Did y'all forget, like, the fucking cult that we fight in the previous game have fucking missiles? And the head one, like, I forget which specific route it is. When you fight him in his town and you beat him, he goes, "Fuck you, you die with me," and proceeds to nuke himself with said missiles to try to take you out. Did we all forget that, or did no one play that route? Really, that was not. Bitch. Oh, bitch. Ow. Damn. Close enough. Ah, it was almost a nice percentage. No! Up close enough. Alright, Devil Spidey, you have a good night. Whoa, dear. Ow. Well, that's all of the event. Decided just doing matchmaking, which, eh. All right. Might swap this endless, but for now, I'm gonna take a break, get up, walk around for a minute. Now I'll be back, folks. Alright, I'm back, folks. I'm willing to bet that is daily. Because usually that's been daily, so I'll just ignore it for now. Oh, that just tracks how much I've gotten in a session. Hang on. There it goes. In the wrong one. I don't have any keys. Try to explore as much as I can without getting dunked. Unfortunately, I'm at a very precarious position where it's like, I can do a lot of things, but also there are enemies that will absolutely destroy me if I try to engage them. So I have to be careful.
Entering City Illusion. Entering City Illusion. Wind-worn highway. Leave it to me, Andy. Adjusting for wind. Down strategy.
I want to fight. Above my level right now. Side. This side. Stairs. Where's key card?
Warning. Corruption levels have reached their limit. Health will continue to decrease. Outbound.
What a purple. A lot of purple. Some gold.
Daylight fades!
Now you pay. Suppressing fire. Down strategy. Loyalty. It's time. Adjusting for wind. Got you covered. That was easy.
Meet your end!
Right on cue. Right over. Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill. Flip the switch. Thanks. This one's for you.
There's something we need. What's it right over here? Oh, nope, I researched it. Never mind. Went there? No.
Roger. You're in the It's time. Calibrating. A sound strategy. Let our souls resonate. Want to recharge? Hit the core. What you deserve. Right on cue. Outbound. It's time. Target locked. Don't hesitate. No escape.
His voice.
One of them. See.
In position.
Nope, you are not sniping at me.
Copy. He won't back down. Now you pay. A sound strategy. It's time. Now you pay. Leave it to me, Andy. Adjusting for wind. Right on cue. Supporting position. Warning. Corruption levels have reached their limit. Health will continue to decrease. It's time. You're in the you deserve. Ether vision activate. Warning.
Ow.
Corruption levels have reached their limit. Health will continue to decrease. My song is with you. Lose yourself in the music. Wipe them out. Think ahead. Resolve. Press the advantage. Down strategy. Keep focused. Warning. Corruption levels have reached their limit. Health will continue to decrease. Now you can. Take the shot. Head out. This bullet will reach its mark. Right on cue.
Hellfire, I did the fight so badly. Yep.
Roger that. It's time. The melody of combat. A sound strategy. Supporting position. Vital go. Show me mercy. Suppressing fire. I'm on it. Get ready.
Ooh. I need extract. That's like my next extraction point. So, Boogie.
Entering City Illusion. Funless Bay.
Daylight fades!
Now you can. Target locked. The target's exposed.
Oh my god.
It's okay. Music can work miracles. Loyalty. Roger.
Had to finagle that. As soon as I lost Trigger, I was like, well, shit. It's gonna be like a nightmare to beat him. I need to like not deal with this guy to extract. Also, for anyone curious, hey, look, another Star Rail reference in Zenless. Luminous Central or Lounge. That's in the first hollow area, I believe. That in the safe. Upgrade the depot hub. gear coins really are your limiting factor in this mode. I feel like it is really easy for you to get everything else but gear coins. Nope. Got nowhere close. Granted, I don't think using anyone in this. Hagwong, Yabi, Yishwen, Hagwong, Dialin, Lucia, Suna, Hyrois, Norma, Sigrid, Remiel, Lena, Astra. Oh, there's an Astra one. That actually would be for the pickup. Mia, Cecilia, Arya, Yuzaha, Fufu, Evelyn, Ellen, and Jane. Okay, so there is one we should probably pick up eventually. Or actually, it's a second one for that key. Oh no! No, can I just? Shoot. This is why I always pick up the free equipment, because it might be useful in a pinch. Ooh. Let's pick up all that.
Ether vision activate. Right on cue. Out balance.
Alright. We'll raid random play, because random play is always good just for stuff. Even if we can't get into the back room. What? Another key. I don't know if it's for this area or for the other area. Straight up polychromes. We'll take that. No, so that's the other area. Got it. No double locations for us. Just gonna scoot on past you.
Stay on your feet.
Gonna scoot on past a lot of you, because I don't want to deal with any of you. Goodbye. Oh my god. Really? And then do I go there?
Target locked. Adjusting for wind. Quick shot. Suppressing fire. Gotcha covered. A sound strategy. Supporting position. What you deserve. My bullets are one with the wind. Time to pin them down. Fire support ready. Now you won't back down. How about some music? Hit the core. No escape. It's not over. Keep fighting. Right on cue. Supporting position. Evasive formation. Dodge. What you deserve. It's time. Take the shot. Let our souls resonate. Flip the switch. The target's weary. Time to pin them down. Adjusting for wind. A sound strategy.
Okay, so I just have to take a long way around.
Watch out. Right over. Now you can.
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
Resolve. It's time. Increase firepower. Right on cue. Warning. Corruption levels have reached their limit. Health will continue to decrease.
I'll take you.
This work? Nope. Poppy? Surprisingly less here than I thought there would be. Okay.
Meet your end!
Target is equipped with additional weapon modules. Alert. Prepare to counter missile barrages and
A sound strategy. Increase firepower. Off balance. Right on cue. What you deserve.
ether vision activate.
Watch! Don't blink now!
Don't hesitate.
No escape. Keep focused. It's time.
Suppressing fire. Adjusting for wind.
Fade away!
My song is with you!
Hello.
A perfect conduit.
Hello.
Loyalty.
So,
Now you carry.
I took the opportunity recently to count up
Bullet will reach its mark.
the writer predictions points.
Ether vision activate. A sound strategy.
I guess I should pull that up.
Now you carry.
I think depending on how we want to score certain things,
How about some music?
Hit the core.
I lose again.
No escape. What you deserve.
Get behind me.
waiting.
Right on cue.
So which are you thinking, depending on how we want to count it?
The Baku, was it Baku loses or fails a mission and gains a form, and the kind of almost the same thing on mine, basically that. So I'm like, so there's probably an argument that can be made for something in there for both of those. Or Baku gets stuck in stuck in a dream and gets a form to get out of it. Basically.
Dang, that's a tough one.
I know.
Because like mine, I feel like's a no.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a firm no. We didn't have that even come close enough to exist. Extreme is what puts yours into that question mark?
Yeah.
Part of me wants to say it depends on how the show ends.
Yeah,
Because if we find out that the entire show was part of a dream, then can we really even count that?
Yeah, because here's a weird thing. The Soto set that has the mice stuff, they said that they have a Zets thing in the first set, but they can't reveal it yet. So it can't be the movie stuff because that's already officially revealed, which basically means that there might be a last episode form thing.
So my first reaction was not again. I'm not going to lie on that. But then I actually got to thinking of something. This could be the one time that could work. Because the last episode forms that we've seen recently have always been repaint of the base suit.
Mm-hmm.
What if his last episode form was actually just his base suit?
That
If the whole thing took place in a dream, and then he became a writer post-series, that would make sense. Granted, that would then cause any kind of problems if they ever wanted to use Extreme or Catastrum later, but because obviously they're not going to use Ordrum ever again. But
they barely used it to start with.
Exactly.
It's been used what? Twice? Three times?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Twice, I think.
Okay.
I think actually twice. I think its debut episode and the episode that he used it to split punish.
Yeah.
I think that was the only 2 times that's ever been used.
Such a waste of a form.
Well, Catastrum's not been used much more than that.
True. Mid-season upgrade barely used across the board.
I think combined they probably have a total of like 10 appearances in the show,
Mm-hmm.
if that. And by appearances, I mean literally appearances. I don't think they've ever actually been the full focal for an episode, even. Yours, I think, could still be a question mark, in all honesty. I think yours shouldn't be filled in quite yet.
Yeah. So I still have a
Because,
chance to tie, maybe.
because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, we could technically end up calling the extreme. We could also see the last episode form being that exact thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a possibility that yours is still in the running. I don't think it's fully out.
Unlike everything else.
Uh,
Also, for those curious. I'll show that on stream real quick. Cause we got no girls remix crossover episode. No one's died from a night, been fully taken over by a nightmare and couldn't be saved. Unless we fucking count the kids. Do we count the kids?
no.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know who fucking else counts in that situation. I also forgot what qualifiers we put on for nightmares to be counted. So that's a little bit of a lowballed number. I think oh no, 17. You are from a special. Because I didn't count this fucking thing. I didn't count the dupe for Shadow and then the dupe for Wolf. And then I didn't count the thing from the movie and the thing from a special. So it could go as high as 20, basically, if we count those three. Which puts you dead on, surprisingly.
Okay, Discord, we good now?
Oh, I was about to say, Discord was having issues earlier today.
Oh, it just hard locked up even.
Oh,
No, I wouldn't count you out for your third full prediction.
Oh, oh, what? It's gonna happen to the fucking lady.
Yep.
Not sure.
Yep.
God, now that I think about it, yeah, no, right, that's
Now,
some
it's
reason
still possible that she can be separated and saved. Because we have seen that happen before.
Mhm.
But it still could exist.
For some reason I thought that was the other way around. That's why I didn't count it, because I'm like, oh no, lady's the one in the driver's seat, not the nightmare. I didn't
Nope.
think me like, oh wait, no, the nightmare is in the driver's seat. She's in the passenger seat. Ah, that makes more sense.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
I think your first one, we're going to have to wait till the show's over to make that final call.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling either this week or next week we're probably going to get the answer to your third one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're running out of nightmares. And on top of that, nightmares that have taken over people.
Yeah.
So I think Lady's going to be the last shot at this.
I can't wait to win the show that I am the least hot on of all the shows we have done this for.
And it purely be from the full predictions. Because bear in mind, I don't think that's really going to have much of a bearing outside of this.
Mm-hmm. Also, I love that a Discord I'm in that weren't on board with the idea of this being Yuya Takahashi's worst outing so far. Now they're on board with the idea that this is Yuya Takahashi's worst outing so far. And I'm like, I said this weeks ago and y'all weren't on board with it. But now everyone's like, oh, wait, no. Yeah, no, this is his worst outing so far. And I'm like,
did it take the clip show followed by the episode that Baku just magically appeared, followed by the episode where Baku had to explain for the first half of the episode how he magically appered?
I think
is that the series of events that caused this to happen then?
I think I said this like 2 months ago. So
no, I know you were farther back. I'm talking about the rest of them.
I think it has been these last few episodes. Granted,
yeah. These last 3 episodes have really kind of put a hinder on the show overall.
Mm-hmm. Granted, I also had to be like, I don't think X8 is his best outing, if only because Kronos would not shut the fuck up and die. And piss off. And let someone else be the main villain for like the end of that show.
I'm sitting here and I'm kind of thinking about both. I think they're pretty comparable, honestly.
Oh, X8 and Zets.
Yeah. I can't really say that one's better than the other. I think they're pretty comparable. Because that X8 kind of had that hard stone wall, and while we didn't really have it with Zets, we've had, 3 clip shows?
Effectively, yeah.
So we might as well have had that much padding.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had just wild swings with who we were making the villain.
You know what's funny? Dragon Knight had 3 clip shows, and it had far better clip shows, I think.
I think maybe because each time those clip shows happened, they didn't wildly swing to who the villain was.
Yeah.
Because, before the first clip show with Zets, there really wasn't a clear defined villain. It could have went two different directions. It felt like they were building something up for at least a mid-season villain after that first one. We went nowhere with it, but it felt like it. and then we've just used the last two clip shows to pivot hard between on whether or not it was Lady and her nightmare or if it was random nightmare that just appeared.
Which one?
Yes.
Because there's two of them, which is stupid because one of them did show up before now. But now it's like, oh, now they're important. I'm like, you could have fooled me.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like, I don't.
I'll be honest, I have hard soured on this show where I'm like, that first half was going somewhere and that twist is cool, but by God, they sunk. They sink every bit of momentum they had coming out of that twist.
And, I have to think the real problem with the mid-season twist that we had like that, I think what caused that problem is after that, can you honestly tell me when we're in the awake world and when we're in the dream world?
Yeah, because I'm not even sure at this point half the time.
Because there's times where we've had no indication that we're back in the waking world, and someone will make a comment like they are, and it's like, wait, but I thought we were still. What do you mean? And vice versa on that too, and it's like, guys, we've got to coordinate this better.
Yeah, like they did a good job in the first half, especially to set up the twist. But now it's just like I don't know what's what anymore. Unless that's the point that the two have blurred to the point that it doesn't fucking matter. And I go, maybe the show needs to be about that, but it isn't.
Yeah. Like, I can understand when Somnia started being the predominant. I could understand the lines being blurred during that part of it.
For all 3 episodes, it fucking mattered.
Beyond that, we're still having that problem. And it was happening leading up to it, just not as frequent. It's like no one went back and looked for a second to see if it made any sense, is what it really comes down to.
Yeah, this, for a show that is kind of going to be defined, I feel like, by its halves, it is very much a half-baked show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it can escape, my more bad than good tier at this point. There is nothing they can do in this last month that's gonna make me go, yeah, no, you escape into my favorites. Nah, you've soured every opportunity you had at this point. I know damn well Nem's not gonna matter. I know how Yuki Takahashi writes his main female leads. Nem is here as a MacGuffin.
Is it bad that if I had to make one more prediction for this show, I probably could come close to nailing it?
What would it be?
Something's gonna happen in one of the final episodes for Nem to essentially, I say sacrifice herself, and that's gonna end the dream.
Mm-hmm.
For Baku to wake up and possibly find the Zets driver. Meaning that every bit of this was in a dream, and it took her making the sacrifice to wake him out of the dream.
Yeah.
Just to drive that home that yeah, she was nothing.
That's gonna. Oh, if they'd go that route, you're gonna go lower sets.
I have a funny feeling that is how this is playing.
Like, it is no longer a question of how high can sets rank. It's how much can you fuck up and how low can you go?
Because I mean, otherwise, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, what else do we really have to tidy up to fix any issues? Okay, well, we have to blow up what, 2 more nightmares?
Yeah.
One of them is directly tied to them.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how we're gonna fix that one.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, everyone that has been tied to one of the boss nightmares has kind of had to go poof.
God, yeah. I can't wait for Dawn to never show up again until a V Cinema.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
so another person in Discord was like, damn, Nox really is like shooting for most boring writer in the franchise writer I've seen. And I'm like, yeah, he's like the worst secondary I have ever seen in this franchise. He is fucking a void.
I wouldn't say worse, just not utilized.
Yeah.
Because I can't say worse because he is our viewpoint into Lady and how everything she's doing. He kind of is our viewpoint on the, at least, opening of the eyes on the corruption of code.
For as much as that mattered.
But that's really all that he has done.
Yeah.
He has been brooding dark guy in white coat.
Mm-hmm. Banging on about, Code is an evil organization, when it turns out it is this one guy who was not even in charge until he said, fuck you, boss, I'm in charge now, and was in charge for exactly 3 weeks and then fucked off and died.
No, he didn't die. He turned into papers.
Well, yeah. And then Code didn't matter after that.
Did it really matter before then?
No! That was the thing. Code is not an organization. Code is 2 people. 2 people, and that's it. Like, it would be one thing if Code was at least like, I don't know, to give the James Bond comparison, Zero, a secretary of his, Q equivalent. If there was people within Code that Baku dealt with on a weekly basis to do his job, no. There is Zero, and that's it. And then 3 shows up and just does everything 0 did.
And we faintly get to see the other ones between 1 through 7.
Yeah. For all they fucking mattered.
We'll get to find out about 17, which question mark on where, 8 through 16 is.
Oh, we decided to give her a rider suit in this one-off special shit, or this weekly special shit we've been doing on the side that is like a minute long that I got bored of immediately and have not kept up with since then. But there is another rider within it. I'm like, oh, fuck off. None of the. Where does any of this shit take place?
And the only other thing with Code is we get to see the other leaders of what we can assume to be as branches that are exactly the same as this, all trying to kill Zero.
Yep.
And failing miserably.
Yep. And then they all get blown up.
Which the thought crossed my mind right there. You know, I made the comment about we didn't see 8 through 16.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to go back to that scene and see how many people were actually standing there, because we might have actually seen all of them.
Oh, God.
I didn't think about that till I was like, you know what? Wait a minute.
You know what
I don't
really?
think there was that many people, but there could have been.
You know what really sucks? This show is a lot of people's first exposure to Rider now.
Yes and no on that. I mean, outside of these stupid pull for Extreme, I feel like this is a fine show, at
Yeah.
least to start with.
Yeah, and clearly the numbers have done well enough for, like, Toei to be like, we are not, kiboshing this immediately.
It's one of those, it isn't Kabuto.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the people that like Kabuto. So, I feel like it's not horrible. Should it have been something like Double? Probably. It probably should have been one of the greats, kind of deal.
Yeah.
It should have been on the point of like Double and Gaim. And then that would have been the best one to have started. But at the same time, us starting with a meh one might give room for the next one to show up, kind of deal.
Yeah, Mice is over here going, hey, you want a multi-rider show? We got fucking 13 riders on the docket, essentially. And like,
Oh no.
Yeah, the show has the Chinese zodiac as a theme, so.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Good news! We get a female rider right off the bat.
Please tell me it's not the same writer that did Saber and Ghost.
No.
Okay.
It's Kuga's main rider. Amongst like a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's effectively Kuga's main rider.
Okay, that can be a toss up for sure.
Hmm. I think we'll be
turn out decent, or it can fall flat on its face too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've got everything set up.
I'm just a little leery when you said 13 riders. I'm like,
And for those wondering, no, I'm not kidding. Where's the image?
Because for anyone that forgot, there's a reason I mentioned Saber.
This isn't the best image, but this is from one of the trailers. Basically, minus our main rider, that is effectively our evil organization.
But But if it's the evil organization, are they actually riders?
Yes, because they have actual belts. Because Myth has the chest belt, whereas the rest of them have like regular waist belts. They are all actual riders. This is not a Lord Knight fuck off situation where it's like, they look like riders, but they're not riders. No, everyone here is a rider in this show. We are not doing arbitrary designations.
Meaning there's a very strong possibility that this show's going to go through all of these at the beginning, and then we're going to have some back third actual villain.
More than likely. Like, I believe our two cats, our female rider who's a rabbit, and I believe one more are all named cast members. Everyone else is not a named cast member currently. So it seems like it's them, and then everyone else will be rotating out and getting dunked on by Myths, because apparently the gimmick does one thing in the waist belt and another thing in the chest belt. So for all these people, their egg gives them their rider form, but for Myth, it gives him his side grades, basically.
Huh. Also, I'm ready to whenever you are.
All right, I will take the stream down then, and we'll be right back with Pokemon Coliseum for Tales from the Cube here in a second, folks.